how are ya? I'm here to talk about Love is Blind, Season 6, Episode 12. Now, I actually wasn't going to do this video because I was just in a shitty mood. Yeah, and I can't get myself to really get excited because I'm not, to be honest. It's hard to put a smile on my face and pretend like I'm so into this. I am, but I just can't express it right now. The energy is low. So if you want to keep watching, you can, but if not, I totally understand and you can click out and join me on the next video. Hopefully I'll feel better by then. Okay, so the finale really shocked me. It really did. I thought it was great. Some of it was boring. I fast forwarded through Amy and Johnny's parts. I'm sorry. They're so cute. They're perfect. I love their families. But I just wanted to get to Chelsea and Jimmy and then AD and Clay. So let's start with Chelsea and Jimmy. So initially, I had predicted that they were both going to say yes at the altar, and I thought they were going to get married. I really, really did. But that did not happen. Why? Because he ended things with her, and I was shook.
Every day you've done exactly what I would want in a wife. I love you to death, and I want a relationship with you, and I want us to work so bad, but I don't want to go to the altar.
That was the last thing I was expecting. Honestly, because he was so validating of her feelings, constantly telling her, you're my person. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. I love you so much. Da, 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 da. So then all of a sudden when he was like, I can't go to the altar with you, I was like, what? And that's why I wrote that in the community tab where I was Team Chelsea. Well, no. I didn't say I was Team Chelsea. I said I felt bad for Chelsea. Ooh. Because in that moment, I was like, was Jimmy lying the whole entire time? Was he doing all of this for clout? Did he just string her along? Was Chelsea's gut right? Her intuition of him not really loving her and not being genuine in this process. But let me just remind you, the first time I watched this episode was at 3 a.m. I woke up in the middle of the night because the episode dropped at midnight Pacific time, but Eastern time it was 3 a.m. So I woke up, I watched the episode, and I was like, okay, I gotta go to bed. I'm so tired. So I went back to bed. I woke up and then I watched the episode again. And then I had some time to think about it. And I was like, oh, no, Chelsea's still crazy. Chelsea's still crazy, and I'm Team Jimmy. All right? If I had to choose a team, I'm definitely Team Jimmy. Wow, God, that fight that they had, that last argument just proved that he made the right decision. And even he told her that. He was like, well, thank you for proving to me that I made the right choice. Because she just went on and on and on, and she was just not shutting the fuck up. So he told her no, and she immediately got upset. And she was like, so you just strung me along? Why? I feel like you never want to get married then. Why? And then he got upset because he was like, really? You really didn't think I wanted to marry you when I introduced you to my family, the most important people in my world, and my friends? You really are going to say this after I spent every single day the last 3 weeks validating your feelings, telling you how much I love you, telling you I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you, and you constantly doubt me time and time again. You really think I lied every single time? Why would I do that? What I found interesting was when Jimmy said it was really their last big argument that made him change his mind. Because remember, they argued a whole lot. They had fight after fight after fight. But it was that night when she was fishing for information and she was essentially lying to him, trying to catch him in a lie. And then she blurted out that he slept with one of his girlfriends, which he did not want out for the world to know. And so that was a huge betrayal of trust. And I even said in that recap, if someone had done that to me, that would have been it. There's no way. How do you recover from that? And he did try to break up with her that night, but then he took her back after she didn't even apologize. I don't know what she did, but he decided that he was going to work on it again. He basically told her the very last straw was when she blurted out the secret that he told her in confidence, and she really betrayed his trust. And then, of course, she has to blame him for something too. So she's like, but you lied to me too. You called me clingy. I've gone through the ringer for you. I have to walk on eggshells around you because you always get so upset. And then he's like, okay, when? And she has nothing to say because it's not true.
I'm like walking on eggshells with you. I can't tell you things that hurt my feelings because you get so upset.
Like what?
She's still not saying anything. So Jimmy's like, tell me, like, give me an example, when? And she's like, she can't think of anything, obviously. And so then she goes, I can't believe you're leaving after one argument. And he goes, it's not one argument. It's like 52 arguments. And she's like, well, just because I brought that up because you wanted to protect your reputation. He tries to interject, but then she interrupts.
So just because I brought that up because you
I'm
wanted
still
me
talking.
no, I need to interfere with that. It made me uncomfortable. You guys text and you call all day. Someone that you slept with that made me uncomfortable, it made me feel a certain type of way. So that's unfair. It's unfair.
Okay.
Oh my God, she was going on and on. Like, I literally wanted... I'm not going to say it. As a fellow insecure girly, I can understand why that made her uncomfortable. Like, they had history and now they're best friends and they've only known each other for 2 years and they're hanging out and talking all day without you. Like, I get it, but she did not handle it appropriately. She should have never, ever, ever said that in front of the cameras. Like, that was just the fact that he told her, he trusted her enough to tell her to be open and honest with her so that she would trust him. And then for her to do that, oh, that is such a betrayal of trust. Like, I don't think I could have trusted her ever after that. And then Jimmy tells her, but one of your best friends is your ex. And she goes, that is not the same. That is not the same thing. How dare you?
Your ex-boyfriend that you still hang out with.
I don't
when
call
we were in
him
the
and I
pods-
don't hang out with him. No, I do not.
And he's like, okay, but he was the first person that you called when we left the Dominican Republic. And she's like, oh my God, I just said we have a mutual friendship and that is not the same thing. I was like, you are off your rocker. Like, you are not okay. You are not okay. This is so insanely hypocritical. And then she does like a half-ass apology. She's like, well, I'm sorry I brought it up on camera. I know you didn't want me to because you wanted to protect your reputation. And then he told her, I don't even care that it was my reputation. It's my friends that I'm worried about. And now it's not fair that everybody knows, the whole world knows, and it's not fair for her and her future husband or relationship, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't even know why that would matter. Like, people fuck, like women fuck, like they're allowed to have sex. But I don't know, maybe they're super uber conservative. But I think the fact that Jimmy defended his friend, the girl, she got so jealous and pissed. She was like, well, I'm sorry you guys had a little secret love triangle.
Sorry, you
told you
guys
that
had a little
confidence.
secret little love triangle.
Exactly. Like,
I
that
had
makes
nothing
me
to do with
reluctant to
that.
tell you things, and that's a true problem.
And that's what you keep bringing up, so keep going.
And he's like, okay, well, you just keep throwing it in my face. Like, okay. Ultimately, Jimmy tells her, you broke my trust. And she says, so did you. Y'all, she cannot help herself. She has to make him take some blame. What did he do wrong? I can't think of one thing. I really can't. He truly tried his best. He really did. So in conclusion, I do think Jimmy did the right thing. He said no. Now, for some reason, I feel like there is a possibility that they could be dating still. Because when he ended, well, actually, he didn't really even end things with her. He just said, I cannot go to the altar with you, but I want our relationship to work, but I just can't get married. And we never really saw the rest of that conversation because she walked away and she cried and then their scene ended. So maybe they walked away that night agreeing that they would stay in a relationship, just not get married. We don't know. I feel like that might be the case because he really did seem like he did really fall in love with her eventually. I cannot wait until the reunion because I want to know so bad. Now, AD and Clay's wedding was very shocking. She said yes, and he said no.
AD, I love you. I don't think it's responsible for me to say I do. But I want you to know that I'm rocking with you. I just don't think it's responsible for me to say I do at this point.
And when he said no, and he was giving his reasons why, it was like he was on autopilot. There was no emotion, no feeling behind what he was saying. But after meeting his dad Everything makes so much sense. I think it would be a different story if he hated his dad or if he had a lot of resentment towards his dad, but it was so clear that he does not. He actually looks up to his dad. He admires his dad. He respects his dad.
We're good with whatever decision you decide to make. And don't second guess yourself. And I'm proud of you.
Yep,
Okay?
yep.
It's maturity, man. And you're showing maturity.
Yep.
Come on, baby.
Yep.
Come on. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, good.
Part of what he's struggling with, he struggles with a marriage. All of those emotions and twisted and feelings, he took that to the altar. And a lot of that stems from things that you have to explain and then apologize.
The hero of this episode was his mother. His mother is incredible. I can't even imagine the pain and suffering that she went through with her husband cheating on her, and to find out that day that he had brought Clay to his infidelity trips.
Things that he shared with me that I did not know. That's what I'm saying. He took a lot on his back. And although we came from broken families, that doesn't mean that we have to pass on that brokenness to our kids.
Absolutely.
And she had so many words of wisdom. My heart broke for AD though.
I love him. I really do. I'm really sad that I wasn't enough for him to get right.
I love her so much. She was obviously the star of the entire season. She deserves a guy who worships her. She's so fantastic and so emotionally intelligent. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, she ignored all the red flags. I don't fucking care. Yeah, she saw the red flags. She even acknowledged it. And she was like, okay, well, I'm a fix-a-hoe, so I'm going to try to fix a hoe. And you know what? She freaking worked. Now, for some reason, I feel like AD and Clay could be dating right now because I truly believe they really fell in love with each other. I just don't know if Clay is ever going to get married. So I can see AD and Clay just being in a really, really long relationship. Well, those are my thoughts. I can't wait until the reunion. I think it's on Wednesday the 13th. I'm so excited. I'm bummed because I heard that Laura isn't there in person. She's joining through video, but Sarah's going to be there. Oh my God, I saw everybody's looks. We're going to get into that on Wednesday. But Sarah, I don't know who styled her, but they don't like her. They do not like her because she looked like she was going to prom in 2002. Well, that's it for this video. I apologize for the super low energy in this one, but thanks for sticking around, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.